get started, if I look red, that means I could not correct the color balance in my editing software, so I apologize for that. Unfortunately, this Canon SX30, what is it, SI? It's a 2012 camera that looks like it's nearing the end of its life. This isn't the first time this has happened. So it looks like it's flickering on and off. Either I got to get it fixed by somebody, or I'm going to have to just chuck it. So, just to let you know, I'm sorry for the bad quality of the video. Now, what did we actually get in this impact? We got interest going into Slammiversary that I believe easily rivals the WWE. And I'm saying that easily for people who are WWE fans. They say no. No. We get a lot more than WWE. No. I'm sorry. The WWE at this time has been doing mediocre work. And as much as I love the wrestlers in the WWE, and they do have their moments where they do shine, and they actually do the right thing, they have not been doing it lately for me. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing Raw reviews, and I've been considering going back to Reality of Wrestling. I haven't seen the product. I actually am considering doing it this week and looking at maybe 2 or 3 episodes to catch up at least. I haven't seen the product since, what, episode 148. It has been a long time since I've seen the product. So I may take a couple of weeks to watch the product and see what's going on if I really do want to go back to it. But when you see this show, compared to the WWE, it easily rivals the hyping for it. And they're not even nearing Slammiversary yet. They're close. But here, I promise you, you will find more interest in this show than you will find in what you got in Raw, going into Extreme Rules, and even SmackDown going into Extreme Rules. It just is a better show. So, let's get into this. First match, it opened with the OGs, which is, I kind of wish they had kept the LAX moniker. This is what I kind of hoped. That the new LAX and the old LAX keep the same name. And when they go into the pay-per-view, whoever wins gains the name of LAX. I think that would have been better. I can understand why they went with the OG. The OGs, actually. With Homicide, with Hernandez, and King himself. It was a squash match, and this was not about the guys who participated. It was about King talking. And I gotta tell you this. I've never been a big Kingston fan. I'm not going to lie about it. I've never been a Kingston fan when they brought him in. I didn't think he was a great wrestler. He just didn't feel, I didn't feel it from him as a wrestler. But as a talker, he's way better. Now, I'm not saying he's the best talker that the business has ever had. He's good. He's alright. So in this situation, he's doing very well. And I'm fine with it. Also, I'm fine that we did not see Ortiz, Santana, or the K-Dog himself, Conan. I'm glad they didn't show him. I'm glad they did a segment in the ring, which they needed. LAX has been needing an in-ring segment for a while now. I'm glad it was King who did it, and it was fine. I'm perfectly fine with it, and let's move on to the thing I did not care about, and I don't know why they went there, but then I understood why they went there. And I don't like it. First, you have Eli Drake finally showing himself. My boy has decided to stay with Impact, at least for the moment, because there's a good possibility he could still resign even though he said he won't. Who knows? But, and I believe he has resigned, but if he has not, and this is just hyping to make him interested in resigning, at least I will say they did make the right choice to have him resign by hyping him to a certain extent. But why would you stick him with Guido? Why would you stick him with Joe? Why would you stick him with Katiana? Why would you stick Eli Drake in a situation that is a love triangle developing? Why would you use Eli Drake as a freaking afterthought when you're trying to re-sign him? And even if he did re-sign, why the blue... Don't curse. Calm down. Calm down. Why would you do it? Why? It makes no sense. Yes, Eli squashed, to a certain extent, Guido. And then after that, Joe trying to defend Catriana's honor in a sense because Eli's trying to make some moves. Why are you using him? And worse yet, and this is where it gets really horrible for me personally. Maybe it's interesting for other people. It's horrible for me. Eli Drake should be utilized in a better situation than possibly being the guy who's in the corner of Guido. If Joe Blow, in other words Joe Henry, who I did see before in another wrestling promotion, I can't remember, I think it was WOS Wrestling from England. I believe that's what it is. Why would you use him in that capacity? Just feels a waste of time. But if this is a love triangle, at least you're using a credible person to spark it, even though I don't want to see it. Now, we got the Debsy Hit Squad with Gamma dealing with KM and Falaba. Bah! Bah! I hurt myself. Look, I want to see Falaba and KM be utilized more. They're not bad as a partnership. Make them do more outside the ring than doing inside the ring. I'm not saying that Falaba can't wrestle. I'm not saying KM can't wrestle. But if you're going to use them as a comedic type of thing. Like with New Day. Like what the Fandango and Tyler Breezango used to be with the Fashion Files. Oh my gosh, I miss the Fashion Files so much. They were freaking awesome. They were so fun. You could be using them in that capacity. They don't have to always wrestle. Make them freaking funny. KM is actually funny. Falaba has a gimmick that is naturally funny. Make them funny. But you're going to use them to try to get the Dempsey Hit Squad over. I understand. But after it's over, after Slammiversary, start making these guys funny. Start making them do in-ring segments. They can do like a Facts of Life type of thing. They can do the Odd Couple show. Whatever, I don't care. Just do something different with them. Now, we had... Let's get this over with right now. When it came to the video package, when it showed Tommy Dreamer and it showed Eddie Edwards, it was well put together. In fact, a lot of the video packages, I believe, easily rivals the WWE now. They may not be in the most great quality, but just like Paul Heyman said when he was still in his ECW attitude, accentuate the positive, hide the negative, and you can get it over. Yeah, you don't have great video quality. Just make it meaningful. And I gotta say that the majority of these video packages have been meaningful. Most of this video package looked good. DAngelo Williams' video package looked good. And in this case, when it came down to it, not only Austin Aries looked good, you have so many video packages. It was surprising how good the quality was. How good I was fascinated that they could get the business over. Now let's get to Soze, if I'm pronouncing the name, Soze Blackheart versus Ali. Oh my gosh. That match. Now I didn't see the Rise special. Unfortunately, I've forgotten about it. I'm not going to lie. I did forget the Rise special. And I wish I had remembered. I mean, I could see it now, but it counts if anybody wants to see a review of it. Because it is a week old. But I didn't see it. But when I look at this woman, Blackheart, I think, there's something there. There is something there. She has a feeling of it. Now, the vid pack she did with, Alicia was not great. It was cringy. But you can see incredible potential in this woman. This woman just has it. But then when you see the match, you see she has it in spades. The woman can wrestle. What the blue hell was that move she was doing on Ali, where she ties her up and looked like a dragon sleeper and then stretches her back straight out and then slams her back into Ali? Oh my gosh, I fell in love with her. I was ready to the point that if she was in front of me, I'd marry her ass. That's how amazing she was when I saw that move. I don't know what it was. There was just something special about that move and that attitude she's giving off. Now, I'm not surprised she lost. She's going up against Ali, who, mind you, is not wearing pink anymore. She's more of a cherry bomb type of character now, which she needed to. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Impact Wrestling. You needed to change her. Maybe she wanted to change. She now has changed. Perfect. Fine. We got what we needed. But then, once it was over, Tessa comes out. Now, I knew Tessa was going after her. And I will say she was effective. She did her job. She did it well. Admittedly, she kind of was... How can I say this? When she did that pile driver, not that DDT. I almost said pile driver. She did that DDT. It looked like a short DDT to try and twist Allie into it. It kind of looked a little botchy. Maybe Allie was a little botchy in it. Maybe she was. I don't know. But something looked botchy in that DDT. Now, when it came after the fact, when she did that, I don't know what it is with her. There's something missing. I don't hate her. Honestly, I'm still angry that she doesn't sell. I'm being honest here. If anyone thinks she sells, go look what happened with Kiera Hogan. Go look what happened when she wrestled Madison Rayne and how bad she looked when she did a crucifix for Madison Rayne. She delayed that thing for so long. It looked horrid. Trying to flip back was bad. So for me personally, she doesn't sell very well, or she doesn't like to sell very well. But when you see her in this interview, there was something wrong. She just didn't feel like there was something right. It wasn't the pauses that she did. I go by feel. Like, I know Naomi Knight, Naomi from the WWE. She's the type of person that shows her feelings in her promos. She may not have been at the time a very good promoist, but she showed her emotion. I can tell that she's not showing a lot of emotion in this. She does not show the passion she should be showing. And that is Tessa Blanchard. I'm not saying she doesn't like or care or even love for wrestling, but there is something missing in her. I don't know what it is. I don't hate her, but I do not know what it is, and it's irking me that I don't know what's missing, what I'm missing. Maybe you guys can tell me what I'm missing about Tessa Blanchard. Maybe it's just because she's not very good as a promo workers or artist. Maybe she's not good at promos. Maybe she is kind of holding back on selling for people because she don't want to hurt her beautiful face. With that chin, her chin is thicker than mine. I don't know how she's going to hurt herself. She's got a lot of good bone structure. I'm not saying she's all chin. She just got good bone structure. She gets punched in the face, I doubt she's going to have a crack in the face. Her face is solid. But I don't know what it is. You guys tell me below. I just don't know. Now, let's get to the Josh Mathews and the DAngelo Dinero segment. I'll say this. DAngelo looks more relaxed in front of the camera than he did last year. But because the mic was so low, it made him sound kind of shy. Even though he didn't sound shy, if you hear it as a guy or girl who is a casual fan, you'll notice that the sound's a little low. But it almost makes you think he's a little shy. When he's not. He sounds a lot more relaxed on the mic. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he sounds more relaxed. Aries comes out. And I know I can talk about the promo that was for Moose, but I already did that just in case you guys missed it. I can't believe I just said that just in case you missed it. You know you saw it. But anyway, did Aries do an effective promo? Yes, he did. And pretty much belittling two guys who are former look, both of them are from the NFL. Both of them, even though they never won a Super Bowl, are well known. May not be the big tier football players, but they are well known enough. And what he did give a little interest, I'm sure, to a football fan who's also a wrestling fan, that, well, DeAngelo Williams is something special. And he might say, who the hell he think he is? But what he did afterward by knocking DeAngelo's head off was okay. I was fine with it. Then when he got that little getting the nut shot, DeAngelo sold it well. He didn't sell it perfect, but he sold it well enough to make it believable that, oh, damn, he got me in my balls. Damn, that hurts. Fine. So I am interested in seeing this match between Moose and Austin Aries, the greatest man who ever lived, who likes to belittle NFL former stars. I was fine with it. I am interested in seeing their match. Now, Matt Sidell had an interview. It was good. I'm not saying it was great, but it was good. I would have liked to see Brian Cage have an interview. I think he needs one. We barely hear him. We just see him in the ring. Yeah. Commentary can hype a player in the game pretty well, depending if he's already had some mic work done. And I'm talking about Brian Cage. I'm not saying Don and Josh haven't done a good job hyping him, but eventually he's got to talk a little bit. Now, mind you, he could be terrible on the mic, but the point is, make it short, make it sweet, make it to the point, and you'll be fine with it. They haven't done that yet. As far as I know, they haven't done it yet. So, he's missing something. Doesn't mean he doesn't have it. It's just that he needs something, like with Santana Ortiz. They never let them talk on the mic. Maybe because they can't talk. They can do vid packs, but they can't talk. We need them to talk. We need them to talk, just like Brian Cage needs to talk at least once or twice. He needs to talk. So I hope they'll do that at Slammiversary. Now, just in case I've forgotten anything, I'm sorry. Oh, who is that woman? Who is this woman? Is it a former knockout? Is it somebody new? Could it be, who could it be? Who could it be? Who am I thinking about that left the WWE? One person is Eva Marie. But the one I was thinking about was Emma. Could that be Emma going to Impact Wrestling? If it's Emma, like Emma Evolution or Emelina, I will be interested in seeing her. Now, two more things left. One, you got OVE versus Rich Swann, Pentagon Jr., and Phoenix. The best match of the night. It was a very good damn match. You got these guys trying to knock each other's heads off with a lot of super kicks. Then you got these guys doing a lot of flips off the ring, which were done very well. They do it much better than the cruiserweights. I still think the cruiserweights are being held back a little bit. Even though Triple H allows them to go, but does not mean they're going enough. So they felt much more natural and a lot more impactful in high flying. And understand, this is from a guy who cares about balance, that cares about grapple wrestling, high flying, and ring psychology. I do not like when you don't have a good balance of grapple and ground wrestling, high flying, and psychology. If it's just one thing, it's boring to me. But I will say that this was the best match of the night, and I haven't seen spots like that in a while. So I gave it for what it was. In the end, the heels won, which is fine. Unfortunately, Rich Swann had to eat the pin. He's the new guy. They're going to make him eat it. As long as they do something with him eventually, I'm fine with it. But they got to do something with Rich Swann. Eventually, in the next couple of months, give him an X Division shot. He deserves a shot at a title eventually. Just make sure you give him the shot, and you give him a story to go with him. Now, final thing, which I know you're going to be surprised about. The Madison Rayne interview and vid pack afterward. Oh my gosh. This is why I am more hyped for her match with Su Yung than I'm with Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. And they're using the main title. And don't get me nothing about Asuka and Mela. I'm not against those two. But this is a match that I care more about than both those matches because we got a better story about it. Because you got a story of a Madison Rayne who came back to be a commentator, who didn't want to wrestle anymore, who didn't expect to wrestle. Now she's not only wrestling, she's going for the title and trying to tie Gail Kim and who else? As well as Angelina Love as one of the longest reigning title holders there is. No. Angelina Love didn't get it 6 times. Only Gail Kim. So she'll tie Gail Kim. And to be honest, I'd rather see a Madison Rayne than Gail Kim again because they went too far with Gail. So this is more interesting if they do give it a title. But I'll be alright if Gail actually jobs to Su Yung because she needs to rub too. This video package was done pretty well. Seeing the, I can't really describe what I am. I'm actually scrolling it by me right now on my shoulder. But I'll tell you this. Was the theatrical technique done well? Yes, it was. Was the music done well? Yes, it was. Going out into the forest, was that nice? Oh, seeing a woman in the forest instead of the guys really helped. If it was a park or a forest, I don't care. Seeing that Gail Kim never went that far. But seeing that Madison Rayne did, and I'm not saying that Madison's a great actress. She's not. Let's be honest. It's Madison Rayne. She's generic. But even she sold it well enough to make me interested in that match. More than most of the matches that are going to probably be on this pay-per-view. I want to see how far they go with this. And I'm not even saying Madison Rayne's great on the mic, in the ring, or anything else. But the way they presented this is just like I said. Accentuate the positive, hide the negative. You don't let Madison Rayne talk much. You made it short, sweet, to the point. You made it very theatrical. And I'm not a big theatrical guy when it comes to wrestling. You gotta have it at least based in reality. But in this case, since it went well over the top, and it's still kind of reality based, not like godlike thing in Lucha Underground, which I really need to get into that product. I don't know why I'm being so resistant. I'm just a stubborn old man. But in the end, this was the best segment I've seen across Impact Wrestling and WWE, no matter which brand you're talking about. And you guys can tell that to the Lexman. I said this, that part with Madison Rayne was better than most of what the women are doing right now. I know that's saying a lot. And they're not perfect. But at least it gave a feeling. And that's what people don't get. Feeling is important. But that's just my point of view. Have a good day. Have a good night. And watch my pay-per-view on Sunday. Pace, I think, is going to make me tired. Ugh.